If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
All right, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Dish Network Channel 219, Pluto TV, Channel 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Slack TV, Channel 106. Also follow us on all of the socials, including Rumble, YouTube, Getter, Twitter, X, Kick. You got the Facebook, you got the Instagram with the LFS6B show. And, of course, if you're in your car driving around the immediate area where the studio is on Long Island, tuning us in on 103.9 LI News Radio. If you want to go online and listen to us on their website, of course, it's linewsradio.com. Welcome to a Thursday night, and it just dawned on me as we hit the 1 minute mark prior to showtime, Vin.
Yeah.
It's Thursday night.
Yeah, I got my shirt on.
And Thursday night, I usually wear my Thursday night shirt.
Uh-huh.
And for some stupid you know what it was? I was off last night, and it threw me off, and it just dawned on me that stupid me, forgot my Thursday night shirt. So here's my doll.
This is the second week in a row you've forgotten your Thursday night shirt.
No. Thursday night last week was on purpose. It was to celebrate the 250th anniversary. So every night last week, I was wearing an America-themed T-shirt.
Yeah,
right.
You're very patriotic.
Capped off on Friday with a four-banger of 4 different shirts.
Yep.
Which I wore on Friday.
Well, I think we need to share with folks that I was going to use your doll as a prop.
Yes.
But you are very attached to that doll. You would not allow me
you can't touch
to utilize your doll as a prop.
Of course not.
You're very close to that.
Why would I?
I don't
That
know.
would be terrible to do.
I don't know. I just thought it would be nice.
This is not for Vin. This is just for me.
Yes.
And I'll show you on the doll where that hurts me, Vin, right here.
Like Linus in his blanket, huh? Very good.
Here in my heart.
Well, you're deep sensitive. Very sensitive. You like Damon. You're very sensitive.
Oh, Damon's just
very
a dour,
sensitive.
depressed. Oof, I'm so glad he's not here. As a matter of fact, if you're noticing, Damon isn't here tonight. He's off tonight actually celebrating a very big, he's got his anniversary tonight, so congratulations to him and his wife. I don't know how she made it that long, but congratulations.
We should congratulate her.
Yes, congratulations to her. for
Congratulate
weathering
Marie.
the storm known as Tropical Depression Damon, folks. No, congratulations to them. Truly, it takes when doing something like this, he puts a lot of time and effort into it, and there's a lot of sacrifice made by his wife. So we congratulate them on their anniversary and wish them the best. Hopefully they're having a wonderful evening. And we'll see him tomorrow night back here for Friday.
He's a real family man. You know that. I've been there to his home with his in-laws, who, by the way, are from Germany, so I get to share some of my German. Haben Sie einen Plattenspieler bitte?
Same line every time.
Ich habe Hunger. That's the only one I got.
Yeah,
baby.
Feliz Navidad. Exactly.
But his kids, his family, his wife, Damon can be a little bit cranky once in a while, but he is a real family man. He loves his family, devoted father, everything. Even the dog. The dog gets major kudos in the house too. So, yeah.
Yeah, so David will be back tomorrow night for Friday night for Pizza Friday, as we'll do Friday night here in the studio. Vinny Mac is here. Vin Butta.
How you doing? Okay, here we go. You're opening up with mispronouncing again?
It's just...
I don't understand.
It's a tick.
It is a tick. I think you do it on purpose, and you call it a tick.
I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to be sincere.
The U is long.
The what?
The U... sometimes like in different language, they put a little line above.
Right.
To say
you mean in German?
Yeah.
Don't they do that?
U.
Or
So
is
the
it
U
two
is
dots?
long. U. That's called an umklok or something like that. Yeah.
All right.
But we'll work on that.
Thank you. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I had a quiet day. Very unusual.
Which is
in
odd
my
for
world.
you to be quiet.
Very.
Come on, you set me up on that one.
Very unusual. Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, I hear that from a lot of people. It was a quiet day. I took it easy, but I had a New York early evening because I stopped at Frank's Pizza and got 2 slices and ate it in the car, which was quite a move. Thank you very much. And that was like the old school.
And you didn't stack them on top of each other like John Travolta did?
I could have done a Travolta there.
Yeah.
You know what? I never did that before.
No, me either. That's the first. The only time I've ever seen that happen was Travolta in the beginning of Saturday Night Fever.
It must be a Brooklyn thing.
It must be. Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes, by the way. Even though it's not a scene, just him walking, getting a pizza, putting one on top of the other.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's a very New York thing.
Yeah, I love it.
And you know what? That's actually going to be one of the things we'll cover tonight. New York Italians who are trying to be erased from history.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
New York City. We'll cover that in a little bit.
Okay.
But I guess the big story of the day is something that people noticed, didn't notice, started to notice, and now it's starting to become, it's grabbing more and more headlines, is the fact that President Trump switched Air Force One planes.
Yeah.
When coming back from the NATO summit, leaving Turkey, made a quick stop in the UK, switched planes again, and then it's almost like, was something up? Did they hear about something? Makes you wonder.
I've said this before, but my biggest angst with President Trump has been his survival. That's been my biggest angst across the board, because we've seen in the Charlie Kirk trials going on now and all that kind of stuff. We see how the left gets people so riled up that someone comes out to kill them. Now you've got the Iranians, putting their thing. And they got enough fanatical people that, they could take a shot at him.
Right.
Which is scary. So changing the planes, but a little precaution there. Oh, man, I have to say, I would be devastated if anything happened to this guy.
I think we all would.
Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, thank God he's alive another day, because I just know so many factions want to kill him.
Right.
In our country. Yeah. Forget about the Iranians now.
Not only outside of our country, the unnamed oligarchs of the world who run everything, but also the wackos that are in our country who would do anything to try and take him out, as we've seen a few attempts already. This coming from Forbes, President Trump briefly ditched the new gifted Qatari VIP jet to fly from Ankara, Turkey, to the UK on the old Air Force One, but switched back on the new plane on his return flight to Andrews Air Force Base, triggering questions about its security features amid a renewed conflict with Iran. Now, Trump left Turkey, again, on the old Air Force One, and then flying there, after flying there on the gifted 747 by Qatar last year. Here's what he had to say about that. Here's cut number 5. Here's President Trump talking about changing planes. Cut 5. Check this out.
What was the security concern that caused us to change planes?
We sent this one in so that the Air Force Base here was in the same exact line. So did you see the picture?
We did.
Hundreds of pictures, hundreds of people. Let me see that. You can't see it too well, but there are hundreds of people out there. So they wanted to see. So they came a little bit early and we switched planes.
So you're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No.
Why would there any other issue? No issue?
No. Except we sent it a little early. Same line going back. We sent it a little bit early so that we could let them see it. The whole base came out and saw the plane, and then we landed.
Yeah, so that's the explanation from the president. I'm not buying it, not at all, not one bit. Especially when he kept saying we sent it on the same line, basically the same flight path. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
As a decoy? Possibly. Because that's what it sounds like. They didn't send the plane so everybody could go take a look at it. They sent the plane because maybe they had some intelligence that, hey, we might see something surface to air here. We need to be on guard. Let's see what happens. Let's send it on the exact route that we're supposed to take, and then we'll follow, a little bit later on that exact route. See what happens.
But they used it was a good excuse to get the beautiful, beautiful plane. But as I was thinking about this thing today we're talking about here, where Trump, had to change planes and all the threats against him. And I'm also watching some of the trial with this kid who killed Charlie Kirk.
Tyler Robinson.
So as I watch that, it just becomes so clear to me the narrative that we've talked about, which is the left just putting information out that's false, that enrages certain people. Like this kid, and all the evidence that's coming out, he was basically fired up over what the media has been talking about. Charlie Kirk was about. I don't think if he ever listened to Charlie Kirk, And I hear that and I see what happened there and how senseless that killing was, how senseless the whole thing was, and how off base this kid was.
Yeah.
And then you look at, the president and the types of things that have been said about him. And you have to wonder, just from a fearful standpoint, there's kids like this out there, not just kids, adults and others.
Yeah, adults.
Misguided by this information,
Yep.
thinking that they're dealing with the truth and reality, but in reality, they're dealing with a whole fake narrative. And the Charlie case is one big example of all this.
Yeah.
Just like this kid in Butler. I bet you if he was on trial, we'd be seeing exactly the same stuff. And I guess my point is that at some point, someone's got to be culpable to this stuff, like the media. Someone has to be responsible for.
Well, something has to be done for the media because, what they're allowed to say and get away with on a regular basis is basically criminal. And being in media as long as I have, it's kind of descended into chaos as far as I'm concerned. Let's go to cut number 6 here. Here's President Trump. And again, we're talking about changing planes. And then one of the reporters asked about closing the windows. Here's that question to the president. Trump talking about that here, cut number 6, and the Iran threat, cut 6. Check this out.
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was not usual.
Well, yeah, because you're probably on a dangerous flight because of the sleazebags that we have to deal with.
So you think that Iran was possibly thinking Charlie?
Well, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it. These are sick people, so I could see something like that. I didn't know they did that, but I could see something like that.
Yeah, so he talked about that, and then this is the line that everybody's talking about, which is kind of funny, but it's true. Cut number 7, here's President Trump talking about if he goes down. You can't say it plainer than this, Vin. Cut number 7, check this out.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force
Well, I have
One?
a threat all the time. I'm number 1 on their list before you. But if I go, you go. Right?
What was their
So
specific reason today?
perhaps someday you want to change professions.
So, yeah, basically saying, if they shoot this plane down and you guys are on it, if I go, you go. That's what he's saying.
That was really amazing, by the way, having him say that. And the other thing he said was referring to them as sickos. You don't hear other presidents being that blatantly honest about a really demented regime, a really demented society and group of people, the fanatical side, and calling them sickos. I think that is, as much as there might be some traditionalists that be like, well, that's, rude, that's bad language. It's actually not. It's the type of language that when you're dealing with absolute thugs that are crazy, that will do anything, you have to deal with them in the gutter like they are. It's one of the things Trump does really well.
Right.
He puts things right where they are, and they are sickos.
Yeah, and they do belong in the gutter. Retired CIA officer actually said that maybe the Trump new Air Force One isn't ready for prime time, and that could be part of the problem as well. So we'll find out. Yeah. I guess we'll see moving forward. That is segment number 1. Slick Rick is going to be joining us. He's running a little bit late. He's got sports and stuff coming up, so we'll talk with him in just a little bit. Vinnie Mac is here. I'm here. Everybody else is off. You guys are there. Thanks for tuning us in on a Thursday night. We'll take a quick break and come back. Real America's Voice and 103.9 LI News Radio. Stay there. Chat, live in the chat. Let's go to the chat, shall we?
A lot of people on Facebook today there, Mr. Delgado, by the way.
I thought it was a quiet day for you, man.
It was it was a quiet day for me on social media. I did not get into any fights today.
No fights?
Well, let me rethink that for a second. Maybe a little skirmish here or there, but not a fight.
You mean a little verbal interaction?
Yeah. There's always something. I mean, when I say quiet day, I didn't get into 5 battles on Facebook.
Wheezy Cat. Don't laugh at my groin. Skeet Mans. John D. 6307. I'm talking about the Rumble Rant. Chris Cat. Ender 87. Milan 43. FC Hey Nay. C. Holly. Celery Stalker. Never heard of Celery Stalker before. Love the name. Celery Stalker.
That's a good handle.
Patrick J. Collins.
Must love celery.
Pearl is the cat. A lot of great names. A lot of great people. Kitty 92 and Johnny T also in the Rumble Rant on a Thursday night. Doc's Gal is in there too. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Ricky Cope, I hope you're feeling better, my friend. I know Ricky's been a little under the weather there. I hope they found out everything. I know you said you were getting some tests, so wishing you the best on all of that. Sherry Merrill's out there.
Sherry Merrill.
She's there. And I'm down to 2 boxes of Milk Duds right now, Sherry.
You must be in the Facebooks.
Yes, in the Facebooks.
All right, C. Jules, Nancy Burns, Tumbleweed Farmer, PJ Miller, Kelly K, Cats B, BWC Alpha 4 White Impregnant. I just can't read all that.
Oh, boy.
That's so
I think we're going to have to start editing
it's
a little
so
bit.
Funny. It's so funny. He's a lunatic.
Jeremy Mansker, thanks, man, for the shout-out. Good to see you here.
And Miller, Double T, Rebecca B. These are people in the X, the Twitter X, the Twixers. Gloria P. Davy Crockett's in there.
Yeah, well, he's been around a long time.
Thank you for your service, Davy. C. Jules. A lot of good people in there. And then we go to the YouTubes.
Hey, you're very good with all that. I only do Facebook.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on 103.9 LI News Radio. Welcome back to the program. Yeah, we're not on the network, but it's kind of a crutch. I get it. I understand. But we are on 103.9 LI News Radio and on all the socials. So welcoming you to the Rumble Rant, the Twixers, the Twitter Xers on X, the YouTubers, the people on Facebook, Getter, and everybody in all the chats. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Again, this week they're doing coverage, special live coverage of the Charlie Kirk murder trial. So that's going on, and it's being covered on the network. And of course, we're holding down things here in the chats, in the social media world. So thank you for joining us.
Have you watched any of that, by the way?
I've watched a little bit of it. Today I saw a little bit, and I must say, and I don't want to grab my tinfoil hat here, Vin.
Uh-oh. Because you happen to have one, I believe, do you? Yes, it's somewhere.
Yeah. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, it's
Aaron, where's my hat? Anyhow. No, I'm watching this quote-unquote boyfriend testify.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you know how you said the media is responsible for winding this kid up, making him believe certain things? I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was also involved in helping wind him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I totally agree.
It just seemed like he seemed a little too relaxed talking about it. And it just kind of caught me the wrong way. I'm like, who is this person? And why does he seem like he's kind of, I don't know, normal? And I mean that in kind of this way of, it's not someone you would expect to be involved in a murder trial like this, right? Who would be involved with a guy who would do something like this. This guy just seemed like he was, I don't know, was it a front? Was he putting on the fact that he's not maybe really gay? Maybe he kind of winded him up on purpose because he wanted him to do something. Who knows? I don't know. And again, I'm just speculating, and people don't take it the wrong way. But I'm just saying, when you see someone, they kind of give off a vibe, right? You kind of get a feeling of someone. And that was the first thing that jumped to my head. I'm like, who is this guy? Why does he seem like, it doesn't seem like, he doesn't seem as twisted as you would expect him to be.
Well, that's very interesting, because what I thought about when I was hearing his testimony and throughout the entire thing, which, by the way, it's pretty damn clear this kid shot Charlie, okay? All this conspiracy theories out there, all this other stuff, it's pretty clear he's the guy that did it. But what's also clear, to your point, which is a really, really good one, because when you peel underneath these are normal people, meaning they're just regular people. They're not psychotic people. To our point of being manipulated by this information, it's what we see on Facebook. No different. What I hear and have heard in this trial from his testimony and from other things that the killer had said is no different than the rhetoric I see from regular people, left-wingers, on Facebook, who are people we might have known in business and through other walks of life. That's what really scares me, is the normalization of the radical thinking.
Yeah.
And that's what the point you're making is you expected someone that probably would have their hair on fire here, going back and forth with him and sounded a little nuts. But no, sounds like just a kid you'd probably see next door.
Right.
Talking about it. That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Because they've affected the normalcy of regular people to such a fake narrative that then they go out and they shoot and kill someone.
Right. And you could attribute it to any number of factors. Let's face it, the current that age group right now that deals with, let's face it, they were helicopter parented. It was everybody gets a trophy. There's no consequences to anything you do wrong. Don't worry, I'll talk to the teacher. We'll get you out of this. That's the kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, this guy gets off the reservation, so to speak, from his normal family and ends up with this dude who doesn't look, he doesn't come across like a gay guy, right? Who is going to be transitioning. He doesn't come across that way. He comes across as a normal guy with long hair. That's, again, I didn't see enough of it. I don't know the guy personally. I've never seen him in person. I've never, I can't say I've dove into his background, what have you. But it just doesn't. It doesn't seem like one of those tranny wackos that we always hear about.
Right. Well,
that Kevin loves. Kevin Downey Jr. loves those guys. I think he's going to have a football team with them.
There's a distinct difference to that. But one thing I think is probably very true is they probably talked about President Trump and Charlie in the way that we kind of think they did, which is, Charlie's anti-trans, Charlie's, all these bad things. And Trump, the same thing. So they probably had those conversations, even though this kid didn't look maybe as radical as other trans people we've seen.
Right.
And frankly, maybe he's just not. Maybe he's just, not that radical. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Right.
I expect to see people who do things like this to be crazy, a little or more so crazy. Mm-hmm. But I see normal, and the kid too, who killed Charlie. This is not a kid that was abnormal. This is a regular kid in a neighborhood. So the fact that they both look normal is the scarier part. I wish they looked crazy. Right. I'd feel better about everything. And right now I feel vulnerable in a sense because I see people every day that act like this. And say the same things that they say about Trump and Charlie Kirk. Yeah,
and a lot of them are your friends on Facebook. It's crazy.
A lot of them are people I do get into these same battles. That's why I'm kind of like bewildered by a lot of this because I just equate it to people that I know that are saying things because they're influenced by this information. I'm like, well, that's not true.
Right.
I remember one of my good friends from college called me a racist because I supported Donald Trump. There's an adult who, just like you and I, just guys like you and I, no different. This is a regular guy, not crazy, not anything. When you hear that and then you see someone actually shooting and killing someone, this is the anger they're bringing out. But these are normal people that they've brainwashed and manipulated and changed. Gay, straight, trans, whatever, doesn't really matter. They're putting out a false narrative that these people are bad, meaning basically Trump and Charlie,
and anybody who supports them or likes them or listens to them or voted for them or what have you. You're talking about the weak-minded, the followers, people like that, let's face it, there's a lot of weak-minded people in this country who are like, everything's against me. You're right. It's everybody else's fault. It's not my fault. No, it could be that you're sitting around on your ass not doing anything all day. That could be part of the problem.
And not all trans people, let's try and be objective here.
Oh, totally no.
There's just good people, and if they happen to be trans, they're trans. Well, I'm not saying that at all. Matter of fact, I'm saying just the opposite. I'm saying that I don't care about any of that. These are just normal kids to me that got radicalized by the media and the left.
Right.
Period. That's really where I'm going for. Trans, no trans or anything. I really don't care.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's been too many normal people that have been radicalized by the media, by the left, by the politicians. That's the sickness. When your politicians are out there saying this radical stuff, calling for people to be, taken out. And we've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them are like, oh, I didn't say that. And then you play the video of them saying it. That's part of the problem too, and anybody who objectifies and kind of puts up on a mantle some of their representatives or senators is stupid. We don't even do that with the president. I understand. I'm a fan of President Trump. I'm good for 75% of the stuff he talks about and wants to do. That's fine with me. I don't agree with everything. There are some things that I'd be like, I probably wouldn't have done that if I were you. But I'm not sitting here going, I live my life. I don't wake up thinking, how can I love the president?
Right.
Meanwhile, you've got people on the left, all these lunatics, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, and all those wackos who wake up every day thinking, oh my God, I have to do something. My life is over.
Yeah.
They think about this all the time, and that's the problem.
It's the anger.
All right. We went off on a tangent, but a good one.
That's okay.
All right. Vinnie Mac is here. We'll do some news with him. I've got some news as well. We got more on the Graham Platner. We've got that New York Italian story we'll talk about. And the people that actually found Graham Platner. You're going to love when you see this video. Vin hasn't seen it yet. These people are lunatics. But you got to see him to believe it. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, hopefully Slick Rick will be here. We'll do some sports with him and more with you guys in the chats on a Thursday night. LFS6B. We'll be back.
So Melissa, I'm going to pronounce this right, Rohik, makes a very good comment. She says, Vin, he absolutely acts crazy. He's been caught chuckling, and this is just a preliminary hearing. Now, I understand that. I'm referring to the boyfriend and his testimony, and the fact that the boyfriend was very matter of fact, very straightforward, very not
and pretty much gave up everything. Like, He did it.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
His testimony was he did it. Yep, carved up the bills. Yep. That's part of what throws me. That kind of gets me to think maybe this guy was part of the part of the reason why
just incited him is kind of what you
just wanted him to do it.
Yeah. But they haven't done anything that says that, because if they thought that, they would bring him right up as an accessory. I don't think any question about it. But if the guy's laughing in court and doing those kinds of things, maybe there's a craziness to it. But the things that I've seen was, here was a kid that was just radicalized by the left and the media, and maybe he had an underlying mental issue, maybe not. Well, I guess we're going to see if that comes out or not. They haven't said he's going to plead insanity or anything like that.
I heard some people saying after they heard the testimony today, they're like, well, maybe they should just go to the prosecutor and say, look, we'll plead guilty. Just don't do the death penalty. We'll take everything else. I don't think there's a chance
they won't do the death penalty.
And I would be like, you know what? No, we're going to go for the death penalty.
Yeah. It's just, the whole thing's just really sad. Yeah. Charlie didn't need to die.
Nobody deserved that.
This guy didn't need to get that angry to go kill Charlie. Just none of that needed to happen. I blame the left and I blame the media. That's who's really responsible here.
Root beer flavored, baby.
How you doing?
That is really good.
My Waterloo root beer flavored seltzer is delicious. Love it. Come on, Waterloo.
Yeah.
Join us.
I love that song. ABBA.
Dude, I saw them on Sunday night.
Did you?
Not the real ABBA, but out of Sweden, called Arrival. They're a
ABBA tribute band, huh? I loved ABBA.
Oh, huge.
I went to London to see the ABBA show. They have like digital replicas of them performing. You never know it. It was great.
Okay, that's the level of gay I didn't expect from you. That really is. That is like you went to London.
Yeah.
Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Damon, where are you?
Yeah. I'm
my
comfortable
goodness.
in my skin,
I just
so I'm
found
okay
out,
doing that.
I just found out something about Vin that, well...
It was for business. You know I'm doing that digital show with...
you know what? No.
The Digital Human Show?
No, you can't.
It was research.
You can't cover your proclivity for your love of ABBA flying across an ocean to go see a digital remake of it by saying it was for business.
You know I'm in that business, right?
I don't care.
But I know you don't care.
You could have
but
signed
that's
off
the reality.
on it and be like, oh, send me a video. Awesome. Great. Thank you.
No, you got to go see the show and experience it. And yeah, I like
ABBA. Whole new level. You thought I was gay.
I like and hey, comfortable in my own skin. Just not a worry. Not a worry.
That's awesome.
I do want to talk about this Platner guy.
Yes, we have to talk about Graham Platner because I teased you with that video.
You did.
Of the people that found him. I didn't realize there was I guess Democrats do this. They go hunting for candidates. And this is exactly what this was. They were hunting for a candidate in Maine to beat Susan Collins. That's all they were doing. So it is almost like when the president says central casting. Yeah, that's exactly what the Democrats are doing here. And it's almost like with who was the Republican out of Long Island who got busted.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
What's his name?
He's actually
George
in
Santos.
Congress.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was kind of central casting for the Republicans at that time because they're like, oh, wait, he's Hispanic, he's gay, he's this, he's that. He checked all the boxes, and they thought, great, let's put him up. And they didn't properly vet him. This is exactly what the Democrats just went through. He didn't win, thankfully, and get into office. But that's exactly, he's the George Santos of Maine. Well,
there's two things that bothered me initially about this. One, the obvious one, Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas and all them backing this guy. But as I heard he was pulling out, as he was withdrawing from the race, I was watching another network, channel surfing. That other network, Fox News, showed this guy's presentation, the speech he made or whatever he did. He did a video or something. It was like 12 minutes long. They had this guy on air the entire time. And I'm thinking to myself...
They did 11 minutes? The entire 11-minute video?
The whole thing.
Oh, my God.
And I'm outraged by it because I'm like, first off, this guy's a joke. He's a lowlife. He's another one of these left-wing hacks that they put in just to do just exactly what you said, just to undermine the government and try and get elected. They don't care what they're all about. But we gave this guy 11 minutes to tell us why he was pulling out. It's like, that's a 30-second story. To me, that's a 30-second story. Graham Platner caught doing this. He's pulled out. Here's a couple of comments, and he's out. They ran that thing so long. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you giving him a national stage as if he was running for the presidency of the United States? This is, for a congressional seat in Maine. Yeah. I mean, first off, I get it, Susan Collins and all that kind of stuff, and I understand the whole Bernie thing and Pocahontas and all the left-wingers that supported this guy. All of a sudden now his popularity goes down a little because of this alleged rape thing that happened, and they turn on him. But we don't need to showcase this guy for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes on national TV to give him more credibility. He doesn't deserve any of it. He deserved 30 seconds in my book.
The only thing missing was Damon calling for Aaron to blow him up.
Well,
that probably would have happened in the first 30 seconds.
We would never... We might run a little clip.
I've got 2 little clips.
Okay, and they better be short.
And they're very short. One is 12 seconds, the other is 10.
Okay, good.
Out
well
of the
done.
11 and a half minutes he did, I only found those 2 would be enough that we would need to play.
I don't want to have to blow that up.
Right.
Thank you.
So let's get right to it, shall we? After being accused by his former girlfriend of being raped, Maine Democrat Senate candidate Graham Platner announced he is finally suspending his campaign in an 11 and a half minute hostage video he posted on social media Wednesday, which he continued to deny the allegations, though really didn't go after the person who made them and didn't really say, I'm totally innocent. He just said, no, this is false. He didn't really make a play to say, oh, my goodness, I'm going to fight this tooth and nail because I am innocent. I guess maybe we know why. Again, he continued to deny the allegations, blasted the political establishment for derailing what he called his movement. Here is cut number 8. Here is Graham Platner, again, dropping out of the race, cut 8.
My name might be on the ballot right now, but that ballot line belongs to the people of Maine. And on November 3rd, it needs to belong to the people of Maine.
Yeah, so there he is, demanding it be the people of Maine, even though, let's face it, he's a self-professed communist.
Well, they put him on a pedestal.
Right.
Chuck Schumer, Bernie, everybody in that party put him on a pedestal like he was the next coming. So his ego went a little out of control. Dude, you're a nothing. You should never have been even voted. They voted him. He won the primary.
Yeah, which is crazy.
People voted for this guy. And he never, by the way, denied or took responsibility for the Nazi stuff, for this alleged rape, for anything he's done. He's always just made excuses as to what they are.
And then we hear the politicals, the Ro Khannas. Well, it was a dark place in his life, and now he's come through the other side, and it's a redemption. Redemption, my ass. This guy's just a screwball loser who you guys got suckered into with a stupid mustache. Cut number 9. Here he is. You gotta hear this one. Cut 9.
I love this state. I love Maine, and I love Mainers in ways that I can't really describe.
Yeah, in like a rapey way. That's probably the way he can't describe, because then he'd get in trouble
Look at
for
him
it.
getting all emotional about
Right,
that.
exactly. The fake emotion, the fake, oh my goodness, I'm such a gruff guy, and me and my roly-poly with my little Nazi tattoo and my oyster farm that my mom pays to be my best customer and paid for me to have it. That's who the Democrats are, and it's amazing that he got as far as he did. But when you have a party that's struggling to connect with regular people, they went with a shiny object before they got to see what was inside of it.
Yeah, and I know that Damon vehemently disagrees with this because he and I debated this on air, but I think you and I are on the same page with this, and that is, the more the Democrats enable crazy candidates like this, which they've enabled so many, they're losing the middle of their party.
Yes.
And ultimately, they're going to implode and go against each other at some point, because this radical side of the party are the people who are voting, but they're not the people who are voting in the national elections. They're voting in these local elections. And I think that not that I'm happy about it. I don't want to see bad people get in office.
No, me either.
But I think that they're self-destructing right before our eyes. And when the party leaders can't even understand this, Hakeem Jeffries, Bernie Sanders, he's a party leader. No matter whatever, like Bernie or not, he is. I mean, the guy almost won the presidency. I mean, he had to back off to let Hillary run.
Well, he didn't
remember that whole thing?
He didn't back off. They took him out. That was the Democratic Party taking him out because they needed Hillary.
They made a deal with him. Whatever happened, he did pull out. They took him out. So, okay, fair enough.
They took him out.
But he is a leader in that party. Hakeem Jeffries is their leader in the House. They got Schumer. All these people supported this guy. They don't understand. I think the smart move, if I were running the Democratic Party, so get all Democrats out there, turn your TV sets off right now. But if I were running the party, I would lean into the crazy as crazy. I would separate myself completely and say, no, that is not who we are as a party. Well, we're going this direction. I think that would be a winning formula.
That's
frankly.
The thing. They can't do it at this point.
They can't do it.
It's
suicide.
They have given up so much of that normalcy for the crazy. There's no way for them to recover now. They're kind of eating themselves alive, which I love to see. Specifically when it comes to candidates for this upcoming midterm election. Here's President Trump on Graham Platner and what he had to say about the Democrats picking a new candidate. Cut 10. Check this out. Oh, man. Oh, I thought somebody else was going to hit it. Sorry, Aaron.
Aaron's fixing the camera because Slick just showed up.
He's in a bind.
Here he is.
He's in a bind. But should they be able to do it? Well, I guess he's going to lose. I would imagine he's going to lose. It's very interesting. When a Republican woman came out with the same charge, nobody believed her. When this woman came out, everybody believed her. Right, Doug?
Yeah, so there it is, pointing out the obvious about the charges against Graham Platner, accused by a woman who just happens to be a Republican now, of assault, being thrown into a room, grabbed and thrown around. But no, that was good. That's fine. That's fine. You can do that. Believe all win. Me too. But no, he actually raped one of ours, so now we have to take him out.
They're phonies, and we're giving them too much airtime ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? Let's just put a pin in it. Goodbye. Rick. We'll see you.
Well, not before.
We'll never hear from you
Not
again.
before I play that video, because you got to see it. And we also have to welcome Slick Rick here to the show.
How
Slick,
you doing?
Good evening, gentlemen.
welcome to the program.
Gentlemen, thank you.
for joining us.
Yeah.
I was listening to you guys coming in. I heard you sounded great on the radio.
Thank you.
How'd we
LA
look?
News Radio 103.9.
How'd we look? Okay on the
You
radio?
look phenomenal. You
Yeah.
definitely have a face for that. Like,
Thank you.
So Slick has got sports. He'll do that in just a little bit. Hey, just so you know, the Democrat Party actually was. The room, I don't know if you heard this, because, Vin, you travel in those circles.
Thank you.
You may have heard this. Grey's Anatomy star Patrick Dempsey. The Democrats were trying to pitch him to run in place of Graham Platner.
What for? What's this guy got to do with politics?
Exactly. It doesn't matter. I think he has a place in Maine. They're like, he'd be perfect. Let's get him. Well, he sent a warning shot and a sharp warning to politicians about trying to think he's going to come out and run for office. So that's not going to happen. Dempsey says he gave the run for office a real thought, but not because I was looking for a new career, because myself, an honest question, could I make a difference? I can make a bigger difference with people outside of public office.
Yeah.
So he's not after power. He's after trying to help people with his foundation. So that's where he's going to stick.
Yeah. And you know what? That's probably one of the most respectable answers you can get, as opposed to just someone like typically just looking for power.
Yeah.
And then getting rich.
Yeah.
Through the system and creating more fraud or other garbage. But look, they got AOC elected, so
that's
this
the
party's
thing.
capable of doing anything.
And again, when we're talking about them casting for new candidates, hey, Aaron, how much time do we have? 2 minutes? After the break, I'm going to play that video. We'll do some sports with Slick, and then I want to play that video for you.
How you doing?
So you can see the people that chose him, who vetted him, and they talk about it. You're actually going to, if it doesn't remind you of a pair of people in a movie, then I will show you who those people are, because it's that twisted.
Yeah.
The way these people come off. If you haven't seen the video out there, you got to stay for the next segment, because it is just, it's really otherworldly as far as I'm concerned.
Wow. And coming from you, otherworldly.
Yeah,
that actually means something.
Transcendental. It's really crazy, because the first thing I thought of when I saw this was I flashed to this movie, and I was like,
that's the Green Hornet.
Look at this.
There you go, Slick. You guys are wearing the same thing. No, when I saw these two people, I was like, this can't be real. These can't be real people. This has to be from a movie. It's not. It's real. And it's scary.
All right.
We'll do that after the break. We'll also do some sports with Slick, who's just joined us at the show. More with you guys in chats as well on a Thursday night. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, and, of course, in all the chats, 103.9 LI News Radio. Stay there.
Mitch Oldham's picking up on what Mr. Delgado had to say. He says that they didn't take Bernie out, they bought him out. I watched live on TV. He went to the White House and talked to Obama, came out and talked to the press and said he was stepping down and wanted his followers to vote for Hillary. Then all of a sudden, he had a $3 million home so he could be bought. And I remember that.
Yeah.
What he just described here, Mitch, thanks a lot. That's a great memory of what happened there. I remember that. So same thing, though.
Yeah.
They took him out by buying him out. You know, it's the same result.
Yeah.
He didn't just leave because he's like, I can't win. They wanted Hillary, and they needed him out of the way.
Yeah.
But he made a deal with them, too, policy-wise. They had to do certain things. That happened during Obama, for sure.
All right, in the YouTubes. Speaking of Birdie, YouTubes. Turbo Girl T231 is in there. Les Durham. Lynn, where'd it go? Where'd Lynn? It keeps moving so fast on me. Sorry about that, Lynn.
Lynn, where are you, Lynn?
Let's see. MST Craig, Marina Miller, Patty Jam Cat, David Lynch, Les Durham, Randy Smith, Street Trotter, as well as Susan Shireen. Ruby Ivy's in there. That's a name I haven't heard.
No, Ruby Ivy, sure. She's fantastic. I love
Ruby Ivy.
No,
Ruby Ivy's my girl.
I just like that name.
I haven't said her name in a bit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's good people.
It's a great name for a band.
Jim Hudson, 9 Trawick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
9 Trawick. Another great one in the chat.
They're all Susan Johnson, also in the YouTube.
And Susie Bennett. You get Susie Bennett. She's another one.
I get the Susie Bennett. I didn't see the Susie Bennett.
I want to wish Lisa. I was Awantian. Now I'm pronouncing that wrong, Lisa. I'm really sorry, but it's Lisa's anniversary as well. She shares the same anniversary date as Damon.
Wow!
So that's a big day. My condolences. That's a big day. That is a big day.
Big D's out to dinner right now.
Oh man. Sure. Facebook crowd's out there today, man. We got a lot of people there. Jennifer Perryman, good to see you. She loves the Three Amigos, too. I think we have a lot of Three Amigos fans because I posted a clip from the Three Amigos and folks were talking about it.
A couple of folks said you guys make a good pair. I just saw in the chat.
Who's that?
In the YouTube I saw. I forget who said it.
Telegado and I?
Yeah, you guys made a good
we're
good
seeing
team.
Other people. Things are going well.
Good stuff.
I think he's happy. Are you happy?
A good pair of what?
Good pair of team. Good team.
Hey, well, if he would pronounce my name properly,
what do you call you, Butta?
Buddha.
Oh, Buddha.
Yeah.
Cheap trick at BuddhaCon?
Yeah. You guys make a good pair of pants.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad we got a little good-looking chemistry there.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's
Voice. There goes that whole theory that you have.
103.9 LI News Radio on a Thursday night. Welcome back to the program. Slick Rick has got some sports. Vinny Mac is here.
How you
We're
doing?
going to dive into that couple that brought the Democrat Party. They brought us a lot of content, so I'll thank them for that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But,
this is the clip you're going to run?
Yeah, the clip will do. Slick, do you want a little more time for sports?
No, I'm ready to go when you guys are. I'll give a little brief on why I was late. I apologize. I had a meeting tonight for my, a lot of folks in the chat know I'm a Chamber of Commerce president for many, many years. We had a great meeting tonight at the Bayport Aerodrome, which is an airplane airport, hangar, really, on Long Island. Well, a hangar, and it's for old planes. And we had a flyover from a Black Hawk helicopter. The National Guard, 2 pilots came in. My dear friend Fred Costi, who's our treasurer in the chamber. He's a big pilot and very involved with the Air Force community, airline community. And we brought the Black Hawk helicopter in. Phenomenal. $20 million helicopter landed right at the foot of our meeting. It was unbelievable. Everybody was literally blown away, especially when the helicopter took off. They were laughing. My hair was like coiffed. But so anyway, I had to wait till they warmed up. It takes a few minutes. You got to warm it up, get the turbines going. And unfortunately, I was a little bit late, so I apologize. I thought I'd get here a little sooner. But
it's quite an entrance.
Fantastic.
Or exit.
We should have had them drop you off. That would have been an entrance.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah, and actually, they probably landed like just up the road a piece there at the airport.
You could have rappelled down one of the ropes or something and be like, all right, I'm here for sports.
It's just amazing, though, when you see, what the great, our country, what we have in the military, and these fellas were just great fellas. National Guard, but hey, that's the second line of defense if anything goes wrong, right? Then the National Guard steps in. And just to see that piece of equipment, it was gorgeous. I got some great pictures on there.
Did you get inside?
I got inside. I got great pictures in the cockpit. I did an interview for
Did you get the 50 cal? Did you say,
no, I didn't start shooting.
Can I light it up?
No, I'm like, 4th of July's over, Delgado. No, but it was a nice time, and it was great for our members. We had quite a turnout tonight at the Bayport Aerodrome right here on Long Island, and it was good. Just good to celebrate and realize what a great country we have and the great product. When he said $20 million, he said they're taking bids if you're interested in buying it. So, Vin, I don't know if you got that kind of coin laying around.
I could use a chopper.
But, you could throw it around.
It'd make my life a lot easier if I can helicopter around.
Yeah, especially if you can get from what do you call it, West Palm to Sarasota.
When you decompress, a helicopter would be very effective.
It's pretty cool. That would be cool. I should have took a flight over. That's right, Rick. Maybe next time we'll do that. We'll arrange that. So obviously, World Cup today. Only one game in action, but a big game. Obviously, Mbappe and France moving on. They defeated Morocco 2-0. I don't think there's any surprise. They were heavily favored in that game.
It was a good game.
Yeah,
however,
pretty
the first
solid
half
game.
was close.
Yeah. It was questionable in the beginning. You're right, but France has got to be obviously the 2-3 team, right? France, Argentina, and Spain right now. Three big teams. Morocco made a nice run though. Hats off to them. But Mbappe's one of the greatest. I mean, he's one of the legends of soccer, of course. And, speaking of Argentina, though, FBI is investigating Argentine Football Association over alleged $300 million money laundering. This is Mariana Angela of Breitbart. Yeah. Multiple reports say the Argentine Football Association, known as the AFA, is being investigated by the FBI and U.S. federal prosecutors over suspected money laundering and other financial issues tied to its business activities in the United States. Investigators are reportedly looking into how more than $300 million moved through the U.S. financial system and whether any of those transactions broke federal law. The AFA, headed by Claudio Tapia, has overseen Argentina's recent success, including its World Cup triumph in 2022 and the team's current title defense. Argentine newspaper La Nación reported that investigators are reviewing sponsorship deals and other commercial arrangements linked to the federation's U.S. operations. The FBI is reportedly considering interviewing former officials from President Javier Milei's administration who may have had access to AFA records through Tourprod Enter, LLC, the company that handled the payments from sponsorships and commercial agreements. Tourprod Enter allegedly processed more than $260 million connected to the AFA through accounts at several U.S. banks. The report also claimed another $57 million was paid to various people and companies without a documented business purpose. That's not a good thing, guys, including transfers.
Sounds like the Democratic Party.
Sounds like a Democratic donation, man. You're right. Was paid to various people and companies without a documented purpose, including transfers linked to individuals receiving social welfare, associates of AFA Treasurer Pablo Tavillon, and a person described as the national team's spiritual advisor. You know those spiritual advisors.
Oh, yeah, you got to have one of those.
But we shall see what's going to happen. Reports say U.S. authorities are examining the flow of sponsorship and broadcasting revenue handled through commercial partners, and witnesses have already spoken with federal investigators. No one has been charged, and the investigation is still ongoing. So little distraction as Argentina continues to move its way with the great Lionel Messi, and we'll see what happens. I believe they're playing in the next day or two. I think maybe Saturday they play.
I think Saturday.
So we're obviously going to keep an eye on that, and just unbelievable. And just one more quick one, Rick. How about that ex-Olympian who pleaded not guilty in reflecting pool damage case? Reported on this last week. AP report, Washington. Former Olympic canoe racer David Hearn pleaded not guilty earlier today to deliberately damaging the recently renovated Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, a politically charged case that his defense attorneys and other Trump administration critics have derided as an abuse of prosecutorial power. I believe him. Hearn, who completed in 3 Summer Olympics, entered the plea through one of his attorneys during his initial appearance in D.C. Superior Court. Hearn, now 67, of Bethesda, Maryland, was indicted last Thursday on a single felony count of property destruction. Before the country's 250th independence celebration, President Donald Trump launched a multi-million-dollar renovation project for the pool, which was plagued by problems including damage to its new coating. Trump, without providing evidence, has provided the damage was caused by vandals. Hearn said he has reached inside the pool to examine the peeled sealant and let go of a chunk when he was told to by a park vendor. He's accused a park vendor who is accused of causing more than $1,000 in damage. So, hey, you don't mess around when you're on federal property. Don't touch anything. That's good advice.
Here's the thing with this. This is not political at all. Somebody did damage to this deliberately because they hate Trump. Now, if this guy was there and people think he did it, I don't know if he did it. That's why he's going to court.
Right.
They believe he might have. But this isn't about politics. This is about people destroying one of our monuments here because they hate Donald Trump. Simple. So that whole argument, as you were reading that thing through, I'm just getting furious because it has nothing to do with that. And if this guy didn't actually let's say he's telling the truth. He just saw that piece. Okay, well, someone did. Let's go get them. And if he did it and witnesses said he did.
Yeah.
So, I guess you're innocent until proven guilty. So we'll have the trial go. But regardless of that, it's only because they hate Trump.
Right.
They're destroying these things. We have every right to prosecute these losers.
And why would you stick your hand in a pool and start ripping lining? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think even the police video that they had,
National Guard went after him,
that they were wearing when they picked him up. He was arguing with them about it. Like, they asked him, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, well, he's like, why do you care?" He was like being a wise ass. Yeah, it was one of those things.
Right,
it's like
he was biking. I saw this thing floating, and I thought
yeah.
Which is what, by the way, an innocent person would have said. I saw this thing floating there, so I grabbed it to see what it was.
Right.
Like, I didn't do that.
But that's not what he said, and that's not what he did.
Well, his attorneys have said the charges against him are based on a concocted narrative and should be alarming to every American. Can you imagine this?
Well, that's the politics side.
Exactly.
Vin, you want to say it's not politics? It's all politics.
It is all politics on that side of that narrative.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
All politics.
But it's not politics with Judge Janine or whatever going after this guy.
Right.
This is who they think did it.
Yeah. If there's the evidence and he gets convicted of it, well, then I guess that's what it was. It had nothing to do with politics. It had to do with you broke the law, stupid.
It goes to the point we were talking earlier about just how the media and the left have deranged people to do the dumbest stuff, including trying to kill people. Charlie Kirk, President Trump, they've attempted, others. Now they're pulling liners in our monuments. This is what they're doing because they hate Trump.
Yep.
That's how normal people are reacting to the hatred spewed out by the media and the left. Just think about that. It should be a great psychological study, frankly.
You know what they say about canoes? They could tip over.
You're going to tip over. All right, that puts a wrap on Slick Rick Sports, brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. That also puts a wrap on hour number one. Quick hour number one.
Yeah.
We'll come back hour number two. We'll see you guys in the chats.
Yeah.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, and 103.9 LI News Radio. Stay there.
Man, there's a troll in the Facebook chat, okay? I just want to let everybody know we got a troll. So let's...
yeah?
Yeah, once in a while someone comes in.
What are they saying? I want to see.
I'm going to go pull it out. I got to pull it out. I just
Don't
saw
pull it out. Just
it's
tell me
been
what the troll
flying, so it went past me. I got to go back.
Oh, we're getting trolled.
Yeah, well... you're doing something right when the trolls have to come in and undermine, so you're doing something right. If people don't diss you, if people don't hate on you,
right,
there's a reason for that. It's because you're doing something right.
Yep, I always say if you're not pissing people off, you're probably not making progress.
People are asking me what happened to the video. It's coming, I promise you. Sorry.
Oh man, where's Johnny?
Slick enamored us with his helicopter story, and that
I had
was a good story.
Totally cool. I stayed out of your way for 40 minutes.
That was totally cool.
Yeah, the Black Hawk helicopter. I never was that close to one for whatever reason. I just never was. Man, unbelievable piece of equipment.
Now imagine that thing flying in the middle of the night, and you're standing on the roof in Somalia with about 100 of your skinny buddies with rifles. Thinking, we're gonna take down the Americans. Skinny's on the roof.
Could do 193 miles an hour, but they normally run around 130. But they could do up to 193 miles an hour.
Those are the guys that got Bin Laden, right? In the Black Hawk.
Yeah,
are they Black Hawks?
We're Black Hawks.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
That is weird, wacky stuff. Weird, wacky stuff.
That is weird.
I got an envelope here. Manny, Mo, and Jack.
Gerald Wayne Hawkins said, Vin, you should read Nostradamus, Terror from the Sky, or something like that.
Yeah,
it went by so quick.
I responded to him because I have read Nostradamus. I get it. He's predicted some amazing things. I've been following him since I was in college. So I'm with you on that.
He likes to refer to himself sometimes as Vinstradamus.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think that might be the title of my new book.
Yeah, probably.
Vinstradamus. I am writing a book.
Or your new song.
You want to pre-order it?
No, I want to order it.
You want to pre-order
he wants to forward it.
I'm not going to ask you to write a forward.
I'm going to forward it.
I got 4 words for you.
Forward.
Will you download my new song?
No.
You won't do that either.
Is that a Billboard thing? Oh, boy.
He won't do that either.
No.
Click. He won't do that either.
No, you can't do it tonight. Oh, he won't download your song?
No, he
which
won't.
one?
He won't. When it does come out, eventually.
Are you working on it?
It's done. It's ready.
Oh, it's in the can.
It's ready. Yeah.
Nice.
We'll see if the Zen Master and those.
Here's the deal. If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B.
Thanks, Joe.
High energy Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Joe.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, and 103.9 LI News Radio on a Thursday night. Welcome back to the program. Hour number 2. Hour number 1 flew by.
Thank you. It's the chemistry we have here.
Yes.
It flew for me.
It flew for you because you were in a helicopter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't drop you off. That would have been so cool.
The suit was blue before he got in the helicopter. Now look at it. Yeah.
Knock my hair out.
Anyhow, Slick Rick is here. He's got sports. Vinny Mac is here. We've been covering some news and talking about the things that are the topics of the day. I guess one of the again, and we talk about the Democrats and what they're doing, and we've got, of course, the midterms coming up. I've got a great poll from Harry Enton for tomorrow.
Ooh.
That kind of reveals where the Democrats are headed. It don't look good.
We like Harry.
Yes, we love Harry, and Damon in particular loves Harry Enton's polls. So
Harry Enton.
we'll make sure we play those. That'll be tomorrow night on Friday night show. Are you going to be here, Vin, for tomorrow night?
I will not be here.
You will not be.
I don't think I'm here. I don't believe.
Why not? We got plenty of room.
We're going to do the whole.
We're going to do it over there.
The
The relaxed set. We got
Oh, really?
seating for 6. Come on down.
I did not know that.
What's that, Aaron? We're pulling out. Oh, why not?
Oh, all right. There goes that idea.
Vin, stay home.
Yeah, I'll be home.
This show.
Anyhow, so
I'll be sulking watching you guys on TV.
I've been getting complaints in the chat. Yes, I saw your complaints. They flew by.
Yeah.
I know I didn't get to the clip. I'm going to get to that clip right now because it's something that I've been teasing.
You're very sensitive too, so that people should know that.
Well, I want to make sure that we cover it because this is the kind of things you got to look out for, and this is. I guess it's because the Democrat Party is so top heavy with. I want to say all these, aristocrats or these big money people, the people that control everything. They've gotten to the point where it's a very controlled party. Nothing happens. It all has to move as one. It's like an amoeba. It just moves as one thing and kind of goes side to side.
True.
Right. And it's just a glom, a glut of whatever. And this thing just kind of, it's like slime. It just
There's no independent thinking.
There's no independent thinking. Yeah. They're not allowed to, vary outside. You cannot love the country anymore. You cannot be for capitalism. You cannot be for a closed border. You cannot be for America because that is not the Democrat Party anymore. That party has long since died. It is now morphed into this thing that we don't really recognize, but it has a name. It's called socialist communism.
Yep.
That's exactly where they're going. They can't stop that train. As much as they try, I watch Harold Ford Jr. on another network, Fox, and he sounds like a normal guy.
Right.
He's a normal guy. He's been that way his entire career. I remember when he was in the House. Normal guy. John Fetterman. For all the bashing we did on John Fetterman with his
we were
neck
hard
growth.
on John Fetterman. By the way.
We were very hard, especially on Fetterman and his growth. He's turned out to be pretty freaking normal.
But I've not heard Fetterman be as animated as he has been lately. Yeah. He has thrown some F-bombs. Like he's thrown out some strong language about where the party is now.
Yeah, because
he's genuinely pissed.
Yeah, and he's right. And you hear from some of the other people. Who's the guy who was who used to be with Obama? Now then he was Chicago mayor for a little bit. You might know his name.
Rahm Emanuel.
Yes, Rahm Emanuel, who talks about this is the party's going crazy. Van Jones talks about this party's nuts. You hear from those types, and you think, all right, well, the Democrats might have life somewhere, but not in this incarnation. Not while this group of communists has taken over. Because they kind of, the media's, playing with them. Playing
on top of the communist side, which is where they're going. they lost their focus on solving problems. Just simple as that. When you run for office, you're usually running on a platform of, I'm going to try and fix these things, whatever they are. And that's what you run on. And that's what just about every politician throughout our history has run on, Republican or Democrat. I'm going to try and fix these problems. Now, we might not have agreed on the problems or how they want to fix it, but they've never run on just hate.
Right.
Hate the Jews, hate Israel, hate the country, hate all this stuff. No one's really ever run on just hate, except, of course, hate Trump, which has been their main platform. But there's not one problem where they offer a solution.
Right.
Just a solution. Even the communist socialists, they're not offering solutions.
No.
They're offering, I hate how the country is now, and we're just going to go do this. They're not saying I'm going to go do this to make anybody's lives better, to solve anything. They don't want to solve a problem. To me, like, that's the major disconnect from the normal Democrats, who I didn't agree with how they wanted to solve problems, but they wanted to solve problems.
Well,
in a way that might not. I'm going back to guys like Joe Manchin and the guy you just mentioned, the guy on Fox.
Harold Ford Jr.
Yeah, they genuinely seemed like they wanted to solve a problem.
Yeah.
In a way that I didn't agree with, but they didn't just run on hate.
Right, they didn't run on hate. They didn't say that that's what they're...
The entire platform is just hate.
And I understand that, but let's face it, if you solve the problem, well, then you're going to get voted out of office. Because you got to have something to run on. And if you don't have something to run on, well, then you're useless.
And that's why Trump's different.
That's why nothing ever got done. That's why everything got so bad that made it possible for President Trump to come in and say, you know what, I am going to fix this. Let me show you how, because I've done it already.
Even Obama pretended to solve a problem. He pretended to run on solving a problem.
Right.
We didn't agree with it. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But he ran on, I'm going to try and solve these things, as demented and backwards as he was. The worst president our country's ever had. Well, no, Joe Biden outdid him. I have to say.
Yeah, Biden took the cake.
As much as I
Joe
want
took the cake.
But you know what? And I have a clip from Joe Manchin that I didn't send, where he talks about talking to Joe Biden about the people in his staff.
I saw that or read about it.
He said they're crazy. Like, he was telling them they're taking him way far left.
The left. He got the most extreme leftists in his cabinet, not in his cabinet, in his staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Joe Manchin.
And you know, I'm sorry, but that's Obama's doing. So you can say Obama was the worst.
And Biden
president.
had no answer. Like, what do you mean? I'm going to change that. What do you mean? I'm going to fix that. What do you mean? Biden just didn't even respond to it. Like, well, that's what they said I need to do.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we had.
Right.
So I take it back. Biden was a terrible president. Obama undermined this country.
Yeah.
Biden, that all went another way with Biden, but Obama legitimately undermined our union, our republic, and our country,
no doubt,
in a very evil way.
And it's a lot easier it's a lot tougher to put it back together when you have those factions still kind of festering underneath and working against the current administration, even inside the government today.
Yeah,
very tough. But let's get to the people that actually found Graham Platner, because again, you look at the Democrat Party, they don't really have a lot of people that come to them going, "Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. This person should be this person should be that. This person wants to be this person wants to serve. This person was a rich kid who went to an $80,000 a year boarding school when he was a kid, had a very successful lawyer father and a super successful major architect grandfather. That's where the family got their money from."
Oh, man.
That's number one. He hid that, but he couldn't hide his Nazi tattoo or his raping. But guess what? That was still not enough for this duo, who actually found Graham Platner. And here they are talking, and I don't know who they're talking to, because it's just a 1.5 minute clip here that I've divided up into 3 sections. But check this out. Cut number 11. Here's these two people, and if this doesn't remind you of two people in a movie, then maybe you didn't see the movie Knocked Up. Cut number 11. Check this out. Cut 11.
How did you find Graham Platner?
Well, so, I mean, we went through thousands and thousands of prospects. Then, Leanne pulled up this video of this guy with an oyster farm.
My name is Graham Platner, and I live in Sullivan, Maine, the owner of Frenchman Bay Oyster Company.
And then she pulled up his FEC history and saw the money he'd given to Bernie Sanders and, some other people. That was enough information to know that we had the best prospect that we'd maybe ever seen.
Whoa. First of all, can this guy actually speak clearly?
I don't think
that would be a start if you're going to be on TV.
I don't think his testicles have fallen.
They are.
You're talking about two Ivy League educated radical Democrat socialists who basically came out of nowhere. Well, I guess they're radical socialists, and their only objective was to unseat Susan Collins. We're talking about. Let me get their names here. Oh, geez, I can't find their names now.
Doesn't matter because they're both
Daniel
losers.
Morath and Leanne Fan. There they are. Daniel Morath and Leanne Fan. They are posing as the Democrat Socialist Party of America party that they had there. But that's a real video, Vin. They found him and thought, this guy's going to be a great senator.
Yeah, that's the criteria. The criteria is you donate to Bernie and you have a couple of good posts on social media, and they put you in as a candidate to run for Senate. I legitimately tried one time to see what it would be like to run for office here. And I have to say, there was a lot of criteria.
Right.
This was no walk in the park.
And George Santos still beat you.
And George Santos did. It was actually what I was going to be running for. And they got George Santos. But there's a whole process in there. You can't just get some Yahoo as an oyster farm and a bunch of Nazi tattoos because he donated to Bernie Sanders to run.
Obviously they did. In the summer of 2025, Morath and Fan were in Maine scouting for a new candidate. That's how they found this guy. It wasn't organic. It wasn't just they were purposely looking for somebody to run for office.
Wow.
Here they are, cut number 12, talking about the vetting that they went through for Graham Platner. Cut 12. Check this out.
How did you go about vetting him? And why did you?
We paid a nice firm a whole chunk of money and got some stuff back.
Did the vetting process turn up the tattoo that became so controversial?
No.
That's a lie.
They missed that detail.
Sorry, but he totally lied right there.
I'm going through a process right now with a public company. They are doing a background check, and my entire work life and probably some parts of my personal life, they are checking out in great detail.
Right.
Because I might be a board member of a public company. That scrutiny should be the minimum of what these candidates get.
Yeah,
exactly.
They didn't even come close. And that's just a public company for some stupid little business.
Yeah, on top of that, security clearance this guy would have had if he made it to Senate.
Sure. And he might have been on...
Would have never passed.
He might have been on a major committee, too. Like they put AOC on the Foreign Relations Committee. I mean, think about this. Can we put the biggest moron in the House?
Yeah.
In the Foreign Relations?
And she's another one who answered an ad they were casting to run for somebody in office. Here finally is cut
I'm
number 13.
start answering ads from now on.
Cut number 13. Here they are asking more about the vetting in the Reddit posts. Cut 13. Check this out.
The Reddit posts, did that turn up in the vetting process?
He's lying right here.
Yeah. He won't look him in the eyes.
The firm sent us a thing, and it had some of the posts, but it didn't have all of them.
He could be like Bill Gates' son, right?
The fact that he had posted these things on social media.
I said none of this will or should stop him from becoming a U.S. Senator.
Yeah.
No, why would that stop someone?
And all the girl does is laugh. What is it with them?
Again, it reminds me of, do we have that picture of Knocked Up? Look at these.
Oh, that's very
good.
good.
From the movie Knocked Up with Seth Rogen.
That is very good.
That's who they are. You can't make it up.
Give peace a chance.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That really is scary. I mean, as funny as that is, it's really scary.
It really is scary.
It is scary.
All right, we're going to take a quick break when we come back. More live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, 103.9 LI News Radio. Stay there.
That's a phenomenon. It's on point. No, the way they look just like that movie.
Oh, no.
I did not
scary.
have sexual relations with that woman.
With her laughing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, I've seen it. She was also in.
Mousy laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you expose the research of selecting someone to run for Congress by the Democrat Party, wow, that's a real wow. That's even. I'm astonished every day by how dumb and devious these people are. That they're just putting bodies in recklessly.
Yeah, amazing.
All right, let's see what's happening in the Facebook chat. I know. So there was some person goofing on us out there. I want to see. Karen Schwartzer, good to see you tonight.
I think it was Damon.
Good to see you. Oh, that's on a regular basis.
Sandy D in the YouTube. Slick, can you turn the coat down to a 6? That's a good one, right?
I think that coat goes to 11, by the way. Yeah. Why doesn't it just go to 10? Let's make 10 the loudest.
It's funny.
Well, it's 11.
Well, because this one goes to 11.
That's such a great scene. Oh, man. Danielle Marie, good to see you out there. Oh, man. Yeah, no, she's as outraged as we are about this process. It's a great video. I mean, this we could put a whole documentary together with these clips about how devious the Democratic Party is. And this selection process, with hearing those two people and what goofballs they are.
Yeah.
In charge of a process. Recruiting like they're doing a reality show, like the next Jersey Shore.
Right.
That's basically what they were doing.
Exactly.
Jim Hudson in the YouTube says he's betting their ferries. Could be right about that.
Oh, man.
Where's the litter box?
Angry Bob says Obama was running the country during the Biden regime. Yeah, he definitely was.
Definitely.
I mean, and so were a few other people, and so was his whole staff. Biden ran nothing. They simply put him up to talk. He didn't run a thing. That's the reality. This is going to go down. There's going to be movies made about this at some point. Eventually, the truth's going to come out. And
well, he did run around the White House naked, from what I understand.
Oh, geez!
In the middle of the night.
That's something that we
because he was losing it.
Really?
They said, the Secret Service said there were times when they had to chase him down because he was walking around naked.
Wow!
How crazy is that?
The president living in Trembling Hills. I mean, that is.
Sound like the blues. Wow, that's weird.
That was,
hey, if it feels like our country finally has some momentum again, well, get ready, because our leaders are fighting to restore common sense and America first. But we've seen this before. Conservatives get comfortable and the left starts taking back ground inch by inch. We can't let that happen, especially with the midterms coming up. America needs every one of us in the fight. So get ready. Be a big part of what it means by supporting companies that actually stand for our values. And that's why we're proud to partner with Patriot Mobile. I think I'm going to be changing, as a matter of fact, when I met that guy. I'm waiting for to finish it up. Patriot Mobile gives you premium priority nationwide service on any of their 3 major U.S. networks, so you get the same coverage that you need, plus unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, and 100% U.S.-based customer support, which means it makes it switching is easy. Guess what? You'll get to keep your phone. You'll get to keep your number. You get to be active in minutes. All you got to do is reach out to Patriot Mobile, because it's so much more than just a great wireless service. They've also built a great movement and a growing movement of Americans defending faith, family, freedom, and the future of this country, because they donate millions every year to organizations fighting for your freedom. So make sure you go to patriotmobile.com/250. That's patriotmobile.com/250, or call 972-PATRIOT and use the promo code 250 for a free month of service. That's patriotmobile.com/250, or call 972-PATRIOT and make the switch today. And like I said, I should be making that switch kind of soon. So I'm excited to make that switch.
Change.
Yeah, make that change, because let's face it, we got to do our part, in every little part that we can, right?
Like the man in the mirror.
Exactly. I don't know what that means, Vin, but
that's the Michael Jackson song.
Okay.
Yes,
I know what the song is. What does it have to do with Patriot Mobile?
Tito, pass me a tissue.
That's good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Man in the mirror.
Okay.
Big song.
You know Michael Jackson?
I know Michael Jackson,
Okay.
and I know Eddie Murphy doing Michael Jackson, and that was not
Eddie
a good
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. That was not a good Eddie Murphy.
That was, yeah.
All right, let's do some sports with Slick Rick. Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Slick, what do you got for us?
All right, we got Wimbledon, guys. The ladies were out there today.
Yes.
And obviously, Linda Noskova made easy work of Kuskak. 6-4, 6-4. Very easy there. And then Coco Gauff was out today. She's, Coco Gauff is out, actually. Muchova said, move over. Carolina Muchova ends Gauff's run at Wimbledon in semifinals. AP report. Wimbledon, England, Carolina Muchova. I call her Muchova, move over. Coco Gauff's run at Wimbledon in a drama-filled tiebreaker to reach the final on Thursday. Gauff wasted a match point in the tiebreaker and so did Muchova before on Saturday.
Coco played well up to this match. I mean, she played well in this match
she
too,
did.
but
she played actually a little above what I thought she was going to do. And my favorite is watching. I mean, the men are great and they're very powerful, but I love the finesse of the women. I really enjoy watching the women's tennis, even more so than the male final. So I'll be looking forward to tuning into that on
Well, they
Saturday.
got this wild card, this kid. I think he's...
The kid from Britain. Yeah, we talked about him last night. Yep.
He's ranked, I think, 180. He's going to be
114.
114?
Yes. Yep.
He's in the semifinals of Wimbledon, and he beat really good players. This was not like a couple of guys got hurt or got sick or walked over.
Yep.
I'm up. That must-see TV for me tomorrow morning. I'm watching.
That's appointment television, no question about
Sinner,
it.
Djokovic, and what's his name? Fry?
Fry, yep, exactly. Yep.
Vin,
Arthur Fry.
Vin, which one will you be when you take the court? Like, do you pretend you're one of these players? Because I saw you posted
he'll be deep fried.
I do.
I saw him on. I saw he posted on Facebook today.
Yeah, you see that form?
Tennis pictures, awful.
Those were good.
No,
they were form good. Was excellent in those pictures.
Right, the form was fine. As long as there were no other players on the court or a ball in sight, your form looked great.
I was hitting against the wall trying to get my game back in action. But I pretend to be McEnroe or Federer. That's what I think.
More like Macintosh.
Yeah. So if I hit a great shot, I'm like Federer.
Federer.
You yell out the name.
This is what I do.
You're just a sinner.
My daughter's a very good tennis player, but what I do to drive her crazy is if I hit a really good shot that beats her, I turn over to her, I go, you can't teach that. Don't even try it. Don't think about it. You can't teach that. And she's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Does she beat you?
Well, she's pretty damn close. I've been able to handle her up till now. I think she's got my number now. Right. She's a hell of a player.
Arthur Ferry is the gentleman's name.
Arthur Ferry
from Britain.
Arthur Ferry's Fish and Chips.
World ranked 114.
Yeah.
World ranked 114.
Great fish and chips.
Arthur Ferry's Fish and Chips.
Yeah, Djokovic and Sinner. I think that's going to be your finals, Vin.
Well, Zverev is ranked number 2.
Yeah.
The number 2 seed in the tournament, he's playing Ferry.
Alexander Zverev
so those
fantastic.
He should be. He and Sinner are 1 and 2. That's the way it's supposed to go. I'm hoping Djokovic goes, and I'd love to see this wild card kid get in there.
Yeah,
and
it's cool. It's a great finals, semifinals.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And is that all, Slick Rick?
Yes, that's it for this report. Yep.
Thank you, Slick.
All right, no problem. All Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. You use our code LFS6B at checkout. I don't know if you saw. Well, I know you saw this because we talked about it at the top of the show.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this, Slick. Mayor Mamdani's map of
did.
New York City immigrant neighborhoods.
Oh my gosh!
Sparks outrage because it ignored. Get this. Little Italy. How the hell?
It's like ignoring Chinatown. Little Italy,
Chinatown. Do you
Chinatown.
even consider making a map of the neighborhoods in New York City, and Little Italy is not 1 or 2?
You ever hear of the Feast of San Gennaro's? I mean, the world changes in September there. Come on. Are you kidding me?
It's awesome.
No. Completely.
Ooh, that is definitely
completely serious.
I think that was a Freudian slip.
Mayor Mamdani caught some Italian heat after releasing a map of Big Apple's ethnic enclaves that includes places like Little Palestine. Never heard of it. Doesn't exist. But ignores historic Little Italy and other notable Irish and Jewish immigrant areas. It's just insane.
Little Yemen, Little Palestine. Yes. I mean, seriously?
Little Ukraine. There is no such thing as a Little Ukraine.
No. Hey, you know what there is? There's Hell's Kitchen. There's Chinatown. There's Little Italy.
Chinatown for sure.
There's the Flatiron District. There's these places.
The Diamond District.
The Diamond District, which is, heavily Jewish.
Yes, of course.
That's where the Jewish delis are. I mean, this is the greatness of New York.
But
our ethnicity.
He includes Little Africa, which I've never heard of.
I never heard of that either.
It doesn't exist.
Let's see. Little Haiti doesn't exist.
Little Haiti
either.
Haiti's small enough as it is. Now you're going to make it a smaller?
My goodness.
I mean, come on. Where else do they Little Odessa? Where the hell's Little Odessa? Where the hell's Odessa? Like nobody knows where Odessa is, and Palestine doesn't exist. But meanwhile,
That's like a bus stop in Georgia.
Map here. This is ridiculous.
This is what very few people voted for.
This is what nobody voted
jerk off in.
This is crazy.
Did I say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can. We're not on the network.
Yeah, sorry about that. I apologize at that.
I mean, let's face it. Little Italy was established in the 19th century, and it ain't going anywhere. I don't know if you've been to Staten Island. I don't know if you've been to the I don't know. If
Staten Italy.
Island. Yeah,
I call it Staten Italy.
There's a lot of Italians, whether it be in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Yankee Stadium at one time. It was all Italians.
That whole Arthur Avenue area by the Botanical Gardens and all that, all Italian.
Yep. I think somebody's going to pay the mayor a visit. I think the mayor's going to get a visit from somebody.
I guess he's never heard of Mulberry Street because he's not really from
Now I'm
here.
rooting for the mafia to go pay a visit.
Yeah, well, forget about it.
I'm surprised. Do I see a little Uganda on there? No, there's not a little Uganda because that's
literally
where he's from.
Forgot Italy.
He did.
Little Italy.
It's a true story.
I can't believe this is a story.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's sick.
Can't make it up. Italian Americans, blah, 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 blah. I guess this was the founder of the Italian American Museum on Mulberry Street, called the exclusion of Italian American enclaves in New York City a terrible mistake. To respect one is to respect all. He said Italian Americans are a major population in New York City. To not recognize the Italian Americans came from and settled is a terrible mistake. It wasn't a mistake, dude. He's trying to change the entire city and make it Muslim land.
Just eliminate.
Yep.
Yeah. So just a more stupidity coming from the mayor's office in New York City.
Take the cannolis, leave the prayer mats.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back. Stay.
I'll be careful.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The one they renamed.